Have you ever witnessed something so strange that it felt like magic? From ancient healings to vanishing tattoos on medical scans, the world is full of events that defy explanation, until science steps in. Today on Chronicles of Curiosity, we're pulling back the curtain on so-called miracles, because sometimes what looks like a supernatural phenomenon is just science doing what it does best, surprising us. You step into an MRI machine. Minutes later, your doctor stares at the screen and part of your tattoo is gone. Not erased from your body, but from the scan. It sounds like a glitch in reality, a real-life magic trick. But this strange effect is all about magnetism. Some tattoo inks contain metallic compounds, particularly iron oxide. MRI machines use powerful magnetic fields to scan your body. These metals react, distorting the image or causing entire areas to vanish on screen. It's not a miracle. It's physics. Literally pulling your ink out of view. A person is found reduced to ashes in their chair. No spreading fire, no scorched walls. Just the body burned beyond recognition. For centuries, people whispered about spontaneous human combustion, a curse, divine punishment, or paranormal force. But science offers a darker, stranger explanation: the wick effect. In this theory, the body's fat serves as fuel, like wax in a candle. Clothing acts as the wick. A small flame, say from a dropped cigarette, can ignite a slow, low heat burn that consumes the body silently. Not divine fire. Just chemistry. Working in terrifying silence. Forensics shows this pattern again and again. Victims are usually seated, immobile. The burn is contained. Furniture nearby, barely scorched. That's because the flame does not rage, it smolders. Human fat, once ignited, sustains a low burn for hours. And with the right conditions, that flame consumes everything, except the surroundings. The result is haunting, a body seemingly destroyed by invisible fire. But it is not the wrath of the gods. It is a slow chemical tragedy. Hidden science at work, fooling the eye, and fooling history into believing in a miracle. Imagine you are in ancient Babylon. The night sky turns crimson. The moon bleeds red. Panic spreads. Armies prepare for war. To early civilizations, this was a divine warning. A blood moon meant catastrophe, vengeance, or the gods at war. But today, we know it is an eclipse, a natural, predictable event. During a total lunar eclipse, Earth casts its shadow over the moon. But not all light is blocked. Some sunlight bends through Earth's atmosphere, scattering blue wavelengths and leaving red light to glow on the moon's surface. It is not an omen. It is optical science. Fear came from a lack of understanding. But now eclipses are charted centuries in advance. Still, there's something mystical about seeing a blood moon rise, knowing it's caused by refraction yet still feeling awe. And that's the point. Science doesn't kill mystery, it deepens it. Because a perfectly timed cosmic event, sun, earth, and moon aligned, is just as wondrous as any myth. We may not sacrifice to the gods anymore, but we still stop and stare, caught in the same ancient awe. Now, with better telescopes. A patient's heart stops. Minutes later, they return, changed. They speak of floating above their body, feeling peace, even meeting loved ones in another realm. These stories, near-death experiences, are compelling, but are they proof of the afterlife or something else? Modern neuroscience offers a theory. When oxygen levels drop in the brain, a surge of neurotransmitters is released. Dopamine, serotonin, and others flood the system, triggering vivid, powerful hallucinations. It is the brain's final act, a farewell disguised as transcendence, a miracle of biology, not beyond it. In the year 2013, a study on dying rats revealed a surprising twist. Seconds after cardiac arrest, their brains didn't simply shut down, they surged with activity. Higher frequency waves spiked, suggesting that consciousness might linger longer than we ever imagined. For humans, this could mean floods of memory, peace, and even visions after the heart has stopped. So what feels like crossing into the next life might just be a final light show inside our skulls. A miracle? Maybe. But one born of neurons, not nirvana. The sea is storming. Lightning crackles. Suddenly, the mast of your ship glows blue. Ghostly fire dances above the sails. The crew drops to their knees. This must be a sign from heaven. This eerie phenomenon is called St. Elmo's fire, but it's not divine. It's plasma. During intense electrical activity, the atmosphere becomes charged. Sharp points like masts or airplane wings leak electrons, ionizing nearby air and causing a blue or violet glow. It looks like flame, but it's cold, harmless, and utterly scientific. St. Elmo's fire is not fire at all. It is an electric discharge. Much like what happens inside a neon sign, the air becomes energized, creating light without heat. Pilots have seen it on cockpits. Climbers have witnessed it on metal poles. What once terrified sailors is now understood and even studied in laboratories. And yet, knowing what it is does not make it less beautiful. In fact, understanding that our world produces such sights naturally might be the most miraculous fact of all. We used to call unexplained things miracles. Now we call them phenomena. But is one any less powerful than the other? Science has demystified many marvels. Disappearing tattoos, self-burning bodies, glowing air, visions of death. Yet every answer unlocks more questions. The line between miracle and mystery keeps moving. And with each discovery, we're reminded that truth, when it finally emerges, is often more astonishing than myth. Ever wonder if there's more to the world than meets the eye? Every day our world pulls off tiny miracles, strange science, lost histories, and truths that seem too wild to be real. Here on Chronicles of Curiosity, we don't just accept the impossible, we chase it. We dig deeper, not to ruin the wonder, but to make it shine even brighter. If you're the kind of person who loves asking, why, and gets excited by the unknown, you're in the right place. So, hit subscribe, tap the bell, and join us as we follow the trail of curiosity. And hey, tell us in the comments, what everyday miracle should we investigate next? Because at the end of the day, curiosity is the real magic.